Hello, world. I'm Kevin Allen. Today is May 4th, and we are the Pixel Powerup. Unfortunately, Wesley is no longer with us. He is a freak No. We have Alex Bitter today. Say hi, Alex.
Hi, world. Yeah, I'm happy to be here, Kevin. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming in, short notice.
Yeah, I know. Anything for you, Kevin.
We're lovers, so this makes sense. See you at home. Anyways, with us, as always,
Ikaika Shiveley.
He tried to bail out on us today, but we guilt-tripped him into coming.
Hey, at least I remember, not like Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley just completely forgot and went home. So, yeah, Wesley, I guess. Just kidding, Wesley. We love you. He will not be here for the last episode of the semester, which is this one. We might do something over summer, but that's still in the plans. But for now, this is the last official episode of the Pixel Powerup for the semester. So let's try to make it not a shitty one, but we'll see. So we're going to go, as we always do, with us talking about what we've played video game-wise. Wesley. No. I always start with Wesley. Ikaika, what have you been up to?
Well, since it's May 4th, Star Wars Day, I picked up Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for $3. And I don't like RPG games, so I didn't really like it. I stopped playing after like 15 minutes.
Without Wesley here, you have no one to talk about Star Wars too.
I know. But I played Force Unleashed for a little bit, and then I realized that I cannot play on mouse. I need my controller.
A controller for that game.
Yeah. But I needed to get some Star Wars in just because it's... I mean, May the 4th be with you.
Oh, that's what that means.
Did you just pick up on that now?
Yeah.
Well, better late than never, Kevin.
Hey, you know what? Better late than never.
That's what
Speaking of better late than never, Alex Bitter, what have you been playing?
Or
what have you played, period?
So I have a confession to make.
Yes, let's hear
I think you knew this going into to do this show here today. I am an outsider to the video game world, and I don't frequently play video games. But, I mean, that doesn't disqualify me from being here, apparently.
No, I think it makes your opinion even more valuable.
Yeah, and when you think about things, I mean, for instance, politics, for decades, people have had the idea, a lot of people believe, that the best politicians are ones who come into politics with zero political experience before that.
Sure.
So I guess we're just applying the same principle here, right?
You also definitely add a sense of class to the Pixel Powerup that we've never before seen.
Well, that's good.
Normally, it's just dumb fart jokes, but...
Well, if I push you to do better, then that's my job.
Thank God you're leaving soon. Go ahead.
Thank you, Kevin. But, one game I have played this year...
this year, good.
That is timely, actually, to today, in fact. For those of you who watch politics or are generally news conscious, you'll know that today John Kasich and yesterday Ted Cruz both dropped out of the Republican presidential race.
So Trump is it.
Trump is it, right? So now, between Trump basically having a path paved for him to the nomination and Hillary Clinton having a what some call an insurmountable lead in delegates over Bernie Sanders.
Bernie can pull this one out?
There are scenarios where he might be able to, but it seems unlikely.
He can't pull it out of his fuzzy cardigan?
We'll see.
It looks really cozy.
We'll see. You'll have to wait. Anyway, but with the general election firming up now, I have a game suggestion for you.
Not for me, for the audience.
For the audience, yes. Thank you. Earlier this year, rather, I played, it's called Political Machine 2016. And this is something you can find on Steam. It's usually on sale. It's no more than like $10 or so.
It's a pretty cheap game.
It's pretty cheap, yeah. And it's not, maybe the kind of game that normally gets attention on this show. But essentially...
Whoa. What are you trying to say, Alex?
No, I'm trying to
call us Neanderthals coming in here with your politics and your big words?
I'm merely trying to...
I talk about smart stuff too, dude.
Let's hear some. What do you consider intelligent?
Oh, shit. No.
As I was saying...
Go ahead.
So...
I've been trumped.
That was good. Good, very good. So, Political Machine 2016, it's simple, right? The game is you choose a candidate, and you play as that candidate through the entire general election cycle.
Are these real candidates? Or are
yeah,
these
you can
fictional?
pick from the real candidates, right? Although you do have a chance to make up your own.
Okay.
And, any game, there are variables you have to watch for. So in this case, each of the candidates has different attributes, right? So the Donald Trump character in the game, for instance, his main power is raising money, right? No surprise.
That makes sense.
And I think there are other characteristics like stamina, which determines how long your turns run, things like that, right? Charisma makes your, when you give a speech, which is something you can do in the game, that makes the speech more effective in like garnering votes and swinging states one way.
Yeah.
But your object is to win the election, right? And win the electoral college and become president.
You've played a lot of this.
I actually have.
Is there a quest to like delete emails and stuff?
Yeah, how is the political scandal in this game? Is it like pretty on point?
Well, it's they do incorporate things that happened. Actually, I started playing this in 2012 during that election.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it was something I played in high school with my friends.
Wow.
Yeah,
with your friends.
Yes,
this is what you played.
I did. Yes, we'd have like
show's over.
We're now the political power up.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Political power up.
That's actually a pretty good name.
It is.
I'm copywriting that. But trademarking it as we speak. Go on.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was it was a concept then, but now they've updated it with all the 2016 candidates.
That's cool that they're continuing to pay attention.
Exactly. So if you're looking for a good political game as we head into the most exciting part of the election, I would argue, this is a good game for you. Political Machine 2016.
I think you can find that on Steam.
Correct.
I think you would really like Civilization if you haven't played
Civ?
it.
Oh, I played Civ, yeah.
Oh, look at you, shorthands and everything. Oh, Civ? When have you played Civ?
Oh, that was like intermediate school.
Oh, that's a very long time ago.
It was. It was good.
Yeah? You liked it?
Yeah, Civ's good. I haven't played any of the recent editions, though, so I can't really...
I mean, they really kind of came into their own with their newer expansions, especially like the most recent game, Civ 5, was the base model was a little, unfortunately, didn't have a lot in it, not a lot of content.
Oh,
but
no,
with its new expansions, it's really beefed up. All right, so that's all you've played this year.
Correct.
Great. I played a game called Neo, which is a PlayStation 4 demo, actually. I'm writing a first impressions article pretty soon. That is so much like Dark Souls. You know Dark Souls.
Sure.
It's so... He doesn't know Dark Souls. It's so much like Dark Souls, it hurts. Like, I did some background research, and it's not released by the same publisher or developer. It's all two wildly different companies. And it is, like... It's so similar in so many veins. When you die, you lose all of your experience or your currency, and you can go back to where you died and pick that up to regain it. You use that experience and currency to level up specific stat points, exactly like Dark Souls. It's a bit harder and a little more action-oriented. I would almost compare it more to Bloodborne, which is a PlayStation 4 exclusive, of course, you know,
Sure.
of Bloodborne.
Yep.
I'm never going to stop doing that. Where you're definitely kind of running around a lot more. It's a lot more maneuverability. It's a lot faster paced action, and I also really enjoy the art style. It's kind of a Japanese samurai-esque environment. And it's got a pretty decent look to it. The environment that they show in the demo I don't think is that great though. It's a bit more drab and dark, but I've seen some gameplay footage of it where it is in light, and it looks a lot better. It also kind of has a lot of cool Japanese demon art if you're into that kind of stuff. Hey man, some people are into that kind of stuff. So I've been having a good time with that. I just actually beat it. It's a really lengthy demo. It's about 5 hours I put into it, and this is a demo.
That's a long demo.
It's a super long demo. It was like 3 gigs. But it's kind of that thing where it's like, oh, this game's just super f***ing difficult, so even getting through one little area will take me like maybe the upwards of an hour, just because you constantly are dying or having to remember where enemies are, what their attack patterns are, and what is the best way to tackle that situation. So again, much like Dark Souls, kind of does that same route with its difficulty. So I'm excited to see what the full game's going to be like. I'll have more to say in my first impressions article, which will be on kaleo.org. Plug. And yeah, I would suggest check it out if you have a PlayStation 4. It's a free demo, so that's always cool. Also, if you beat the demo, you get exclusive in-game materials and items when you purchase the full game. So that's a cool way to do it on their part. So we're just going to go straight into the news of video games. News. Video games. Yeah, I still need a sound effect for that, but I'm probably not going to do that.
You say that every week.
I really want one, but like a typewriter typing or something. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, exactly. We'll just
like
get
a telegraph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Thing. You know the beep 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 beep. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe that's a little old school for you.
A little bit. I like more of a typewriter noise, but hey, to each their own.
There we go.
That was freaky.
Back to news.
Back to news. There is a new Star Wars game in development by the same people who did Titanfall, and that is Respawn Entertainment, which, if you remember, if you, the audience, remember, are the people from Infinity Ward who kind of dropped out, formed their own studio, made Titanfall, which was a great game that was met with, like, kind of mediocre public attention, and now they're also developing Titanfall 2 as well as this new Star Wars game in development. We haven't been giving a whole lot of details about it. However, I'm pretty excited because Respawn Entertainment does some really good stuff. Titanfall was maybe one of my favorite first-person shooters of 2014, I think, is when that game was released. So I'm excited to see what they do with the Star Wars IP.
Isn't it a third-person game?
Titanfall?
No, the new Star Wars game. I heard it might be third person.
I don't know. The details are still pretty fuzzy, but...
Let's hope. I want more lightsabers.
What? You can do lightsabers in first person.
Yeah, but...
Just like a hand and a laser stick. I don't know. We'll see what they do with it. And next up, Call of Duty Infinite...
Wait, did you just call it a laser stick?
It's a laser stick. That's what a lightsaber is.
Okay.
It's a little thing and then a laser stick that cuts people. I mean... What are you looking at, Alex? Alex, show your computer to the screen. This is what Alex is doing during our podcast. Alex, show... It's coins. It's like historic coins. Alex is looking at eBay or something.
I just had to check some auctions.
Sure. Wow, such disrespect. I invite you as a guest onto this podcast.
Maybe his question has to deal with coins. You don't know.
God, I hope it doesn't.
Maybe I was just doing some background research.
Sure, yeah, for your question about video games.
You
Back
made
to
me
news.
surprised.
Back to news. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, released, being developed by Infinity Ward, got a trailer and some gameplay details announced. The trailer has an awful callback to... I mean, it's a great song by David Bowie, but it just doesn't need to be in there, and I feel like they're kind of pandering to the uproar when Bowie passed away. But yeah, A Space Odyssey's in there, and it shouldn't be. It's this. I don't know. It's weird to see like some dude's neck get snapped to like Major Tom, but what are you gonna do? What are you going to do, Alex? What are you gonna do, Alex? Alex, watch this.
What do you think of it?
Based on the trailer?
Yeah.
So what you saw.
How do you feel?
Well, coming from it coming at it from an outsider, I don't know if this would persuade me to try this game. I mean, the graphics, and I think you pointed this out, Kevin, when we were watching. The graphics look, or was it you, Ikaika? The graphics look very smooth, too smooth almost. So I didn't see much to really bring me in. If I were looking to get into games, I don't know that this would do it for me. And as you pointed out, Kevin, the David Bowie music is sort of an interesting touch given the content of the game.
Yeah,
so.
It's a little offsetting.
Yeah,
it's like a weird rock cover of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is like, the song is like very slow and like kind of down tempo, so it's weird to hear it
exactly
with like thudding instrumentals behind it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it seems more like I don't know. You'd expect something more metal.
Sure, definitely. Yeah, a little more screaming.
A little more.
A little bit more.
I just was sad because I thought they were going to go back to like World War I or World War II.
There were some rumors about it going back to World War II, or maybe it was World War I. That could have been cool, but I don't...
World War I would have been timely. I mean, it's 2016, so we're still in the centennial celebrations of many important victories, important battles during World War I, so that would have been appropriate. But missed opportunity there, I think it's safe to say.
This is why you're here.
This is why you're here.
Good.
We've never said the word centennials on this podcast before. Yeah, I mean, I do like the direction that it's going, though, right now. I mean, sure, it's like more dumb future shooter stuff, but I think it's really cool, and I always like different developers' take on what future warfare would look like, and I think Infinite Warfare has a pretty cool take on it. It's definitely a lot more space battles, a lot of kind of getting in ships from what we saw from the trailers and going actually into space through the atmosphere, which I always think is a cool scene. So I'm excited, and again, it's Infinity Ward doing it, so you always know that they tend to do the more quality Call of Duty games, though. Oh shit, what's that developer who did Dead Space? They did a pretty good one recently. I forget.
I can't remember.
Visceral Games? Maybe. Probably not. Next story. Lionhead Studios shut down for good. Bye, Lionhead. Wave to the camera. by Lionhead. Lionhead Studios is actually like a really amazing studio manned by Peter Molyneux, and they are known for games like Fable, which, I mean, had its own trilogy, Fable 1, 2, 3, and 100 other different spin-offs. And also the God creation game, Black and White, which was actually really interesting in its time. It did a lot of things games weren't doing in an open-world creationist sense, where it gave you a lot of freedom that a lot of games just couldn't do or decided not to do. It really broke a lot of boundaries in gaming. So it is actually pretty depressing to see Lionhead Studios shutting down. But, you know, that Fable MMO thing didn't succeed necessarily. You know.
Of course.
Thanks, Alex. New games. Ikaika, I bet you're excited about this new game coming out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to have time to play for a while, though.
Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, coming out May 10th for the PlayStation 4. This game looks good, man. I watched some trailers and I actually got like a little stoked for it. As someone who's like not a big Uncharted fan,
It looks amazing.
It looks amazing.
Like,
I mean,
hopefully, each game, I'm like, how are they going to top it? Like, the first one was really good, and the second one was like, wow. And like, there's no way they're going to top it. The third one came out, I'm like, they did it again. If they ever make a fourth one, it's going to be crap, or at least it's not going to be as good as this one. But from everything we saw, it looks amazing.
Looks good enough to break into an armed truck for. That happened, by the way. This game was being transported in an armored truck, and people broke into it and stole the video game.
Where did that happen? In this country or in some?
In this country, I'm pretty sure.
Where approximately?
I have no idea. I didn't read the news story
Like
that
Detroit
much.
or something?
Something bad.
Isn't that your job? Shouldn't you be reading the news stories here?
Not at all. Not at all. What is this? A real video game podcast? Man, Alex, I didn't put you on here to belittle me either. You're a real dick.
I don't think belittling is the word you're looking for here. I think it's more criticism is what we're dealing with.
It's also not why I put you on here. I just wanted your opinion about coins in video games.
Oh, coins? You never asked about coins.
God.
I know, but
Are you going to ask about coins?
I don't. Probably not. I mean, in Uncharted 4, they steal a lot of treasure, and in that treasure is a lot of coins.
But like, what sort of treasure is it?
Like pirate treasure.
Oh, okay. That's unimaginative, but you know.
I mean, are pirate coins like a
No,
real
there's
thing?
more than pirate.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think when people talk about
Here we go.
pirate treasure, they're usually talking about things like pieces of 8, right, which were minted by the Spanish for centuries, for a while.
We actually don't have the time for this.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'll leave it at that then.
Pirate treasure.
I was interested.
You know what? Me too. But again, we literally don't have the time for this. And I know from experience, Alex Bitter can go on quite a long time about coins.
Indeed.
All right. This one I actually kind of put on here for Alex Bitter. Another new game being released is Mega Tag Mention Blanc plus Neptune versus Zombies, coming out May 10th versus on the PlayStation Vita. Hey, Alex Bitter, do you know anything about anime?
I am aware of anime.
You ever watch any anime?
I have not.
All right. You ever have you ever seen anime and thought like, oh, I could get into that?
Not really, no.
No, just never even piqued your interest.
No, I mean, I think the closest I've ever gotten to really getting into that in any form is I've watched Kiki's Delivery Service.
That's a good one.
It is great, right?
Yeah, that's a classic.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, this is an anime fighter coming out that's like all the way crazy, so I just thought I'd throw that on there. Mostly because of the title. It's a great title. Mega Tag Mention. I don't even know what that means. All right. Hey, Alex Bitter is looking at himself on the live stream in his Facebook on his laptop. Aren't you the narcissist? Moving on to versus mode. Sound effect. I actually have a sound effect for this one.
Let's hear it.
Ding, ding, ding. But no, like it's going to be in the editing. Whatever. Get off my back, Alex Bitter. So in versus mode... God damn it. Why do you have your cell phone on the table?
For time during versus mode.
That's a good point. In versus mode, one person is a judge and he asks a question. The other two competitors will give their best response and the judge will decide which one he thought he or she, Alex Bitter in the room, thought was the best, and then that person will get a point. So that is what versus mode is. You hear? Yeah. Alex Bitter, I hear you have a question.
Sure. Yes, I do. Here's a question. As I said earlier, I'm coming at this from the perspective of an outsider, someone who does not regularly play video games. But you two play video games, and frequently, I take it.
We sure do.
Otherwise, you would have no credibility to do this broadcast.
That was an easy question.
But my question is, so I'm a noob when it comes to video games.
Don't use that term.
Well, I am.
I don't like that term at all.
Is there an alternative term you'd prefer?
Just say I'm new to
a
video.
newcomer, a novice.
Noob is
A novice.
Just give me an alternative
novice.
term.
Yeah,
Novice.
is pretty
Okay,
good.
I'm a novice when it comes to video games.
Yes.
So, you two, with your extensive experience, I would ask each of you, what is the best game to hook me?
To hook you.
Yes.
Into video.
It can be anything. It can be an app. It can be a RPG. It can be anything. I don't care what it is.
Is this you specifically, or as
I think
in a
it's-
new person?
Let's
think
do
it's-
me.
Him specifically.
Sure. Otherwise, it'd be kind of general, right? So sell me on a video
We
game.
definitely
I
we're
guess
trying
is
to
what I'm
pander
saying.
to you, is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay, pander to you specifically.
Yeah, but don't. I mean,
I
something.
got a great one. I'm good.
Okay, just let's hear it.
Super Mario Brothers.
That was original.
I have good reasons.
Okay, what are they?
Hold on. You don't know how this works. Ikaika has to pick one too.
Okay, well, let's hear from Ikaika then.
I'm coming up with one.
Ikaika's looking at his Steam library. Let's just talk you and me, Alex. What's your favorite coin?
Why don't you tell me about this Super Mario Brothers?
I
thing?
literally can't until Ikaika picks one.
this seems
Do
to be
not
a-
try to change his formula.
Seems to be a flaw in your
It's not a
setup here.
flaw.
It's
Norm-
not.
Yeah, it's not, Alex. God, get your own fucking podcast.
I mean, the point of this is you're supposed to come up with like questions and answer that. It's like a rapid fire thing, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
Okay, I got one.
okay.
you got one.
Good.
What is it?
Chivalry, medieval warfare.
Okay.
All right. So since I picked my answer first, I'm now going to give you my response.
Okay.
And I have a minute timer that should be going. So Super Mario Brothers is it's a core video game. It teaches someone the fundamentals you need to know about video games, which is jumping, timing, reactions, and power-ups. Also, it has coins in it. Actually, what you collect in Super Mario Brothers, coins are the things that get you 1-ups or extra lives if you collect 100 coins. And really, some would say it's Mario's only goal in life is to collect coins and rescue the princess, his loved one. Also, it's a fundamental video game, right? It's at its... Actually, I didn't think this one through. My whole coin argument was pretty much going to be it. But, yeah, no, that's all I got. It's coins and it's a fundamental video game. It's a core concept. Mm-hmm. It's like the platformer. And platforming is spread throughout most video games.
Okay.
Okay. Now we get to hear from Ikaika.
So, Chivalry, medieval warfare. It's a first-person game, so it's not a first-person shooter because you don't have any guns because it's medieval warfare. But the cool thing about it that you would like is you like historical type things almost a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is back in the medieval times. You're fighting other warriors. This is people online, so you'll be in a lower rank, so you won't be against like crazy people that are really good. But you can choose whatever weapon you want. You can have a giant mace, you can have a sword, but there's different ways to play this game. I believe it might also be used for Oculus Rift, but I'm not sure. But even if you don't have it, it's fun just playing it on normal console. While he's probably already played Mario before. He's never played a game like this. Shooting's not fun, but sword, everyone has to figure out how to play. It's not like a shooting game where everyone... Why are you laughing and just...
I'm not laughing.
You're making me nervous.
Yeah,
It's really fun. I don't even like medieval type games, but this game is...
Time!
You're distracting me.
I didn't distract him at all.
You were.
I was
You
just
flustered
smiling.
me.
So now you got to pick which one you thought was the more convincing argument.
Mine was terrible.
I actually think Ikaika won this round.
Dude, what the...
I mean, that sounded very good. I mean, and I haven't actually played either of these games before.
You've
believe
never
it or
played a
not.
Super Mario Brothers game?
No.
In your whole life?
No.
Jesus Christ.
I knew you were going to
I told you I was a newcomer.
Yeah, no, yeah, you did. You did. He prepared me for this.
Yes. So I mean, maybe if you had told me a little bit about what kind of coins Mario collects, that would make a
They're
big
really
difference.
nondescript.
And that's the problem.
yeah,
So
they're golden
I
coins.
feel,
They have like a line.
that's
A
no.
line.
I mean, what's the point in collecting those? Where's the variety? Where's the interest?
There's a line. You can collect red coins and blue coins. Red coins are worth 5 coins.
I see.
I don't know how I won with that really crappy argument.
Yeah, neither do I. Neither do I.
I really think you would like it, though.
Neither do I.
I'll have to give it a try. Thanks, Ikaika.
All right. Kaika, do you have a question?
No, I thought you had one.
I really don't. Hey, Alex Bitter, you have another question?
I'll think of one while...
You prepared two, right?
Sure, yes. I certainly did, Kevin.
Great. This is a common problem we run into.
I got a question.
The Pixel Powerup. What is it, Ikaika?
So if you answer first, then you have to give your answer first as well. The definition
Okay.
why. So pitch me a video game based off of Kaleo.
All right.
So just for the answer, just give me a title, and we can go from there.
Unpopular Newspaper Simulator 2016.
Wow. Wow.
Oh.
How are you still employed here, Kevin?
I have really no idea.
You already lost.
Sunday Production Challenge 2016.
What kind of name is that?
And I can see it. So can I answer?
Sure, man. Just go for
I'll
it.
take this.
He lost anyway.
I've got a concept for you, actually, behind this title.
All right. Hit it.
Okay. So it's likely, if you're out there watching us in virtual land, that you've played Slender Man, right? Or one of the Slender Man games, right? You two are familiar with these?
Yes.
Yeah, I know Ikaika is. And
Go ahead.
I've played it with Ikaika, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, well, especially the early versions of the game, the goal of the game was, you wander through the forest and you're supposed to collect the pages, right? And, if you don't collect all the pages, Slenderman gets you. And if you collect all the pages, Slenderman gets you. So this would be a similar premise. But instead of a forest, you'd have to wander around the Kaleo office and pick up the pages in order to publish the paper, right? And so it'd be sort of like that. You'd have to find the proofs like we have for the different pages, and then you'd find a proof, maybe take it to the computer, make changes, and then, do that with all the pages. And then you have to send them over to Maui News like we do every Sunday. And time, yeah, exactly.
And time.
Then you'd run out of time.
Then you run out of time.
Yep.
I actually kind of like that idea.
Yep.
My idea. I know it's.
You gotta win me on this.
Yeah, I really started on the wrong foot here. It's like Rocky. Pretty much that's how I answer all my questions. It's like Rocky, where you're an underdog in newspaper. The crowds aren't really digging you. You have a lot of papers that are just sitting there at the end of the day. So you, as the kind of editor-in-chief, say, you're the Spencer of this story. And that's our editor-in-chief.
He's not editor yet. That's
what?
Noel Fujii is still editor right now.
You're the Noel Fujii of Cleo, and you have to make changes to make the paper more popular. And this includes choices like nudity on the front cover. Whatever it takes to do it. Like, we just put free samples of Adderall in our paper, just packaged in there. You take out other competitive papers by burning their buildings down and destroying their machines. I lost this one, didn't I? I don't have this one in the bag.
If I can say something, I didn't expect anything intellectually stimulating to come out of that answer, but something actually did. I think what you bring up, that'd be fun because
he's such a dick.
There are very
Why is he on this podcast?
You invited me.
I know. What a mistake.
Well, you have me now. Anyway. I think that'd be fun because you bring up things that are, if you're a journalism student or you study journalism, those are real ethical dilemmas, sans the going to the competition and breaking their presses, maybe.
And running more riskier content.
No, but to
appeal.
No. But that actually is something. I mean, some people advocate that here, and some people have advocated that.
I've tried to get that into the paper all the time, my nudes.
Well, there you go.
And they've never gone through.
Yes.
Who would be chasing you in your game?
Who would be chasing you?
Who's the Slender Man in your game?
The Slender Man...
Is it Alden?
No. It wouldn't be a person. It wouldn't be even a supernatural being. It would be fear.
Yeah. It'd be stress.
Yes, the deadline would be chasing you. And that's the scariest part of all, you see, is it wouldn't be a person or a being. It would be a concept. And sometimes ideas are the scariest things.
Wow. Put that on a poster with like a cat hanging from a tree branch.
So, Alex is now tied with Kevin, who's been playing this game for the last 4 or 5 weeks, and you're tied.
Maybe you should have invited me on sooner, Kevin.
About that, I wanted to, but I didn't.
I pitched you this idea about political machine, a while ago.
You told me that you played a video game once a while ago.
Oh, well.
Okay, do you have another question, Alex?
I have another question.
You have a question? Okay.
Yeah. This one's really going to be great for Alex. So, you're stuck on a deserted island. You have to pick one video game character that you think would increase your chances of survival. Who do you think would increase your chances of survival?
Is Ikaika also going to answer this?
Yeah, you're both going to answer it. Do you know any video game characters?
Yeah, I think I know who I'd pick.
All right, who is that?
Slender Man.
Okay.
I mean, look, if your goal is to survive...
Hold on.
Okay.
Kaika has answered the question first.
Okay, very good.
You gotta get in line, dude. This is a
I just
process.
looked up. There's a Man vs. Wild, the game. So Bear Grylls.
Oh, that's a good choice.
All
I didn't
right.
know that was a game.
Alex Bitter, your response?
Well, okay, so the goal here is to survive on a desert island. And
Deserted island.
Sorry. Okay, deserted. Deserted. The terrain, we don't know.
I
If
just
it's
wanted
desert, it could be forest,
You have no
it could
idea.
be tundra, we don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just no one around.
Fair enough. Okay. So, a lot of people would look at that challenge and say, oh, I need to defend myself. But what's nice about Slender Man as a character is he's very offensive, right? He doesn't simply defend himself from others. He goes out and after the others, which is a very aggressive position to take. But I think it would be effective, quite possibly, depending on that context.
So you're saying to like immediately I'm sorry, not desert. I got that word stuck in my head. Establish your dominance on this deserted island.
Of course.
From like step 1
Sure.
with your buddy, Slender
yeah.
Man. How do you think that would like play out with you two? Like, would you just chill out? Like you and Slender Man would like pop a brewski open and then watch Coconuts or something?
I mean,
what is your relationship with Slender Man?
I'm not sure. It's
all right.
It would be interesting, but that's part of the unknown, right?
Sure.
I'd be interested to see how that unfolds. I mean, maybe I don't know where we'd get beer, but that was available. I think that'd work.
Maybe there are hops growing on the island.
Yeah, but part of what I would expect of Slender Man is that he'd know that that's his job, right? To go and scare other beings and people away. So as long as he's comfortable with that role.
Okay.
Then
It's a good answer.
Yeah.
Ikaika. Bear Grylls.
Have you ever seen Man vs. Wild?
No.
Bear Grylls is, even though he uses, he's on TV, he's very good. He used to be in the military, I think, the English military or something like that. I don't know if it was the army or what, but he has really good survival skills. He knows what you can eat, what you can't eat, how to make a shelter, how to make fire, depending, whatever location it is. It could be ice, it can be a dessert or a desert.
Could be dessert.
He's there for anything. He can protect you. He can keep you warm by making a fire, by teaching you exercises that will not get you tired enough. But that's what he does in the TV show. He will be the best person to have to make you survive on a deserted island. And if I can say one thing, what's so important about Slender Man? If he can have dominance, if it's just you two on the island.
All right, you guys can fight it out now, and I'll just pay attention.
Like who? If it's a deserted island, so it's just you two, what's the deal with the...
there might still be animals on it.
I mean, in this context, I've assumed deserted means uninhabited by humans.
That was the context I was implying.
Not necessarily uninhabited by animals or other beings.
Predators, perhaps.
Predators, yeah, of some sort. I'll also point out that since we've... a basis of this question appears to be that video game characters, in this scenario exist. And so who's to say if we can choose a video game character to bring with us that there don't also exist video game characters on this island that are there,
That's true.
I mean, you're...
It's really left up to your imagination.
It is, so.
As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to award Alex the point. Because Bear Grylls kind of sounds like a domineering... like mother, like, oh, he's gonna teach me exercise and tell me what not to eat. Like, I'm gonna eat what I want. Slender Man just sounds like he's there to like, hey, I'm gonna protect you, and then like, yo, man, you do whatever.
Or kill you like he does in every video game.
But that's part of the risk you take in this situation.
How is that better than someone who can keep you from dying eating a poisonous plant?
How many people?
It's not about eating vegetables or anything.
Ikaika, here's a question for you. I've seen Bear Grylls on TV. How many people have played this video game? I mean, I'm not questioning that it's a legitimate video game, but he was a TV star first.
Yes.
Before this
I never
video
said the game
came
was
out.
good.
So it seems kind of,
It's not about how many people played it. It's about it being a video game.
I mean, I wouldn't say the Slenderman game was good either, but
Slender Man is a video game first and foremost.
I think
Who kills you when you see him? So you be dead.
well, the great part about
but that's exactly what I'm talking about, Ikaika. If you could harness that power for good, you're good.
But you can't because it's Slenderman.
I don't know about that.
Have you played all the Slenderman
I
games?
think you're making assumptions. You're profiling Slenderman here, Ikaika, and I think you're going to some hasty generalizations.
Based off the source material.
I'd just like to apologize to all the Slendermen out there. Ikaika's views does not represent Pixel Powerup.
Don't apologize, Kevin, because to all the Slendermen out there, they understand me. We understand each other, Slendermen, and Ikaika does not understand you. So
you're one
so
of the
pursue
good
him,
Slendermen,
not me.
So once again, Kevin doesn't pick me because he thinks I'm out to get him.
That's not true. Alex Bitter's character, Slenderman, is a video game character first and foremost, which means he operates outside of the realms of reality. That dude can teleport, and, he's a magical being. I don't even know what Slenderman is.
And he's also very well dressed.
He is also very well dressed, and he's slender. Some
Yeah.
people like that. He's
Yeah.
probably a tall dude. I like tall guys.
He's a very tall dude.
I feel safer around people who are taller than me, which is why I hang out with Alex Bitter sometimes.
There you go.
So Alex Bitter, 2 points. AKA, Alex Bitter is beating me. This man. This is his first episode.
It's okay. It's okay if you get the point. I rather like that he's losing.
It's a win-win situation.
It. That's the end of the podcast. I don't know.
Shall we do beach noises?
No. They don't yeah.
Actually, you did that before the program started today, and it was actually quite enjoyable.
All right, we'll do our
That'd
beach
be a good way
noises.
to go out.
Thank you for listening to the Pixel Powerup. I'm Kevin Allen.
I'm Ikaika Shiveley.
And I'm Alex Bitter.
Wesley Babcock is somewhere.
Watching us, actually.
Yeah, this podcast is over. We'll keep you updated if we do any stuff over the summer or if we just decide to continue it in the next semester. But until then, goodbye and thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.